I got a top 5 list, guys, for dumbest sayings.
Hit us.
OLI number 1. Calling something scary that's not actually scary.
OLI, I submit to you.
Wait, when is that used? I mean,
scary hours.
Well, scary.
Scary. When Kyrie gets on the Lakers with LeBron and AD, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary.
You're talking about the Pro Football Reference, Bleacher Report, like lineup graphic,
like sports.
Yes.
BR Gridiron.
Yeah,
whenever someone makes a big trade in the NFL, you can guarantee this receiving group is gonna be scary.
Yeah, I remember when they did that when Kenny Britt went to the Browns. The Browns are going. Who's going to stop these guys? Kenny Britt, actually.
OLI number 2. Calling anything the greatest or the worst when it's neither. So I'm not talking about saying Serena Williams is the greatest athlete ever. Like that, okay. I'm talking about like when people say like things like, oh, this was the greatest pizza ever. No, it wasn't.
You don't know that.
No.
I saw 2 of the 2 greatest Aubrey Plaza movies last night.
Oh, she's having a moment. Which ones did you see?
Hall and Oates.
Billy Gill.
I've known you for 10 years. You never once mentioned Allison.
Unironically. Number 5.
You're out of touch.
Like my radio
You're
career.
out of touch. You're out of
like
power.
Jessica's radio career. Number 5.
Jeremy
calling anything brutal.
Oh, I like calling things brutal.
Brutal.
No.
You
Oh,
think
someone
it's
gets
overused?
hurt.
Brutal.
Anthony Davis, sprained ankle. Brutal. Danilo Gallinari, torn meniscus. Brutal. Get out of here.
This segment.
Stupid. Brutal.
Well, maybe
Number 4. It is what it is.
I agree with you. I hate that one. That's
Doesn't
my
mean
number
anything.
1.
How is this
It doesn't mean anything.
How is this only number 4? Feels like we've done 7 of these.
Tune in to find
3.
out.
It is what it
It's a
is.
tease.
Is something you say when you want to no longer have a conversation, but do not want to acknowledge any opinion about said conversation. I say it all the time. It's a verbal crutch, and it means nothing.
Number 3. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, we're another day older.
Nobody talks about the beginning of the day. That's what I want to know. At the beginning of the day, what's happening?
Stugotz used to do that all the time when he first started, and now he's just replaced that with listen.
Does
I
everyone
like listen better.
Yeah.
Does everyone need a verbal tick? Like, could you get through life without having a verbal tick?
No. You need one.
Is Bob Costas the only person in the world who doesn't have a verbal tick?
Oh, he's got it.
Why do you say that he doesn't have one? Have you listened to every
Dennis
Bob
Miller.
Costas thing?
I have
that?
actually I've studied his broadcasting a fair amount.
And he doesn't have a single one?
Not one.
Verbal ticks can sometimes be a good thing. For
He's a
example,
compiler.
Jeff Goldblum.
His whole career is built on verbal ticks.
My whole career is built on verbal ticks. Sometimes you can spin
It's
it to
taken a
win.
meteoric rise in recent times with his verbal ticks. Oh yes.
Gilbert
of course,
Gottfried
yes.
didn't have verbal ticks.
This segment's making me uncomfortable now.
Just sinking into the floor.
Can you fart again, Jared? There's too much awing
my
back
bad.
here.
Don't try too hard.
Now I want a fantasy book having sex with Jeff Goldblum.
Number 2. I will say this.
I mean, not to throw stones. You say first of all a lot.
He also says, "I submit to you," which is the same as "I will say this."
No.
Yes,
no.
you
There's a
start
big difference.
almost everything with
There's a big difference.
I submit to
first
you.
of all,
Put it on the poll. Has Charles Barkley ever gotten to second of all?
first of all, I do first of all a lot. Second of all, dicks. When I go, I submit to you, I'm doing it on purpose. Number 1, dumbest phrase or saying. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? That's number 1.
How did to each their own not make this list?
Or agree to disagree.
No, it's not. To each their own is not used enough. It's not common enough.
Are you kidding me?
To each their own? I don't hear it a lot. Agree to disagree, Jess, is to me is just a conversation ender. It's like I don't want to talk to you anymore.
It's like it is what it is.
No, it is what it is. Is people don't know what else to say. It is what it is.
Tony does one of these. He does. That's crazy. That's his way of
acknowledging
he's not listening.
No, that's the thank you.
Yes, I do that too, Tony.
To me, that's like, wow, this
wow.
conversation's going a little bit too long. That's crazy, dude.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I do it. That's brutal sometimes. In lieu of that's crazy to end a convo.
Damn, if I ever see a long text, they're like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm sorry in advance if I say, damn, that's crazy to you, or wow, that's crazy. I mean, I'm not listening.
Now it's also like, if I see a super long text, I'm just like, take all the time you need. Even if like I don't know the background, like you just take all the time you need.
Noted.
That's crazy.